guys who have been in long-term relationships that suck in bed.
Anybody else gonna take this one? You know what, fellas? I got this one. Everyone, sit down. I got this one. Ma'am, you're gonna want to scooch up and grab some popcorn, because I'm gonna tell you exactly why most men who have been in long-term relationships suck in bed. Because the women that have these men in long-term relationships have weaponized sex. What do you mean, Tex? How have they weaponized sex? Well, most of us that are used to long-term relationships are only rewarded, I know that sounds crazy, rewarded with sex when we do something they want us to do. It's no longer about pleasure or making each other happy or learning each other's bodies or experiencing new things. It's strictly a reward process. Very much Pavlov's theory, when we get it once in a while, we start doing things to try to get it again. And every time we think we're going to get it, we start salivating. So we continue to do those things that they want, so we hopefully get it. Bottom line is this: it's not that we suck in bed. It's just that the women we've been with in these long-term relationships suck, period. However, when we are released to the wild, when we go back to the streets, as they say, we pick up on the tricks pretty quick. Just saying.
Men are typically expected to court women, approach women, ask them out on dates, maybe pick them up, pay for dates, make the first move, etc. What are women expected to do to build a relationship? So I'm talking about that initial stage. What are women expected to do?
Wait, so are we saying that like like he takes you out on a date?
No, he's like, so like when you're like, let's say like the first date, like usually on a first date, like a guy picks you up, like he takes you there and he's like expected to pay, but like what are like you expected to do, kind of like in these like dating scenarios?
Just be yourself.
Bring good conversation.
Be yourself. Like are you expected to impress him? Do you want to do a party trick? I don't know.
I feel like
talk about when they're alone, because I genuinely do not understand how men do not know personal.
Okay, so I guess this is a secret that many people don't know. Pop culture loves to portray men as being very simple and shallow, like we'll get together and we'll just talk about sports all day. We'll never get into anything about our personal lives. And I guess women don't realize there's a reason for this. From birth, it was my understanding that the most noble thing you can do as a man is not be a burden on other people. And most men I've known experience talking about deep subjects as work. You are putting a burden on them. It's not a burden to talk about sports or video games or Warhammer figures, but it is, in our perception, a burden to talk about our jobs, our relationships, and so on. So the arrangement you wind up with is, because I like you, I'm not going to burden you.
So I felt like this was pretty interesting. So a woman who disguised herself as a man to find out how it is to live as a man unalived herself due to the psychological scars of how difficult life was for a man. Let's read on. Says she was a radical feminist who believed men live life on easy mode and tried to prove it by disguising herself as a man for 2 years. Instead, what she found out is men actually have it harder, and wrote a book about her experience. Apparently, she had to quit after 18 months because she was starting to strongly dislike women due to how bad all of them treated her when they thought she was a man. So first things first, RIP to her, that's pretty sad. But to all you women who think life is just so easy for a man, this woman actually tried it, and she tapped out, and pretty much in the ultimate way. Most men have a hard time just being themselves in society without unaliving themselves. And you think that if you were a man, it would be easier for you? I think y'all really underestimate the difficulties of being a man sometimes.